This is a guide to computer-based assessments of large groups at the Onderstepoort campus of the University of Pretoria. The problem being that the facility that we have can only host a certain number of students, and in some cases our classes are bigger than that, and we need to divide them into two groups. First of all, to either the first or the second group to be assessed within every single assessment. This list will be published one day before the assessment and posted on the notice board at the IT laboratory as well as on ClickUp within that module. The group will then arrive prior to the start. For the first group will arrive prior to the start of the assessment as usual, while the invigilators are preparing. Group 1 will then enter the computer lab and they will be quiet once they start to enter. Students will put their bags and cell phones and any other communication devices down on the western side of the open divider in the corner. And after that they will approach the desk where they will be facing two stations. The first is where their student cards will be examined and confirmed. And then they will go to the second station where they will receive their examination slips and their station numbers. Students will then go to their station numbers in silence, and they are not allowed to swap station numbers on the way to the stations. Group 1 will then complete the assessment, so they will finish writing the test or examination, and they all have to remain seated at the venue until the assessment is complete for all of them. This only applies to Group 1. Nobody is allowed to leave until we are finished. At completion, Group 1 all move to the western side without picking up their bags or cell phones, and one invigilator will stay with them in that corner. Then the divider between the two parts of the IT lab will be closed, and Group 2 will be allowed to enter through the left-hand side door into the IT laboratory while being quiet. They will then place their phones and bags and any communication devices down on the eastern side of the closed divider. After this, they will move to the far eastern side in silence with one invigilator. And in the meantime, Group 1 will be allowed to take their bags and communication devices and leave. The fire escape will not be used. All the students will exit through the same door that they entered. After this, the divider can be opened, and Group 2 will be allowed to approach the desk where their student cards will be checked and they will receive examination slips and station numbers. The same procedure will follow. They will go to their desks or to their stations and not swapping out the station numbers on the way there. And after this, the assessment will start for them under invigilation. In the case of Group 2, students may leave after 30 minutes once they've completed the assessment, and they do not need to wait until the end of the assessment period. And students will remove their bags as they leave.